Okay, so while this video is exporting to be delivered to the planet, I'm gonna reread an email that was shared a few days ago, and this was the closing email on that very important, I feel it's very important video delivered to everybody a couple days ago. And there's a message at the end, and there's the only time I ever encourage everyone to share the video. I believe it's the only time I ever done that in the history of this channel. Excuse me. And I thought about it. This message is a message for the world, and it may be forwarded to a lot of people who would start listening to the video, and the topic brought up in the beginning of the video, before you get to hear this email, may turn a lot of people off because they just have no interest. So I'm going to read this message again and post it all by itself. All right, it's very important, and hopefully, if you all want to, you can share this message with as many people as you can, all right? Because I believe it's a very, very good one, especially today, that everyone on the planet could possibly benefit from. Here we go again. This is from a very intelligent, very, very educated, intelligent man, senior member of our society. Hi, Steve. Boy, howdy. Things are really getting out of hand out there, aren't they? I know you are beyond busy, but I just wanted to pass along an observation related to your recent episode, What If This Was Happening? You figured it out, Steve. That is what is happening. Exactly what's happening. I'm just going to put it out there. I would suggest that if you substitute one word in your explanation, the whole thing makes perfect sense. It's not so much crazy as it is just plain evil. Change the word alien and its crew into Satan and his crew. Don't let the words throw you off, they are just words. Go for the truth underneath. Alright, so anybody that's not familiar with that first paragraph, a while back I did a video and I was sitting there thinking about all the crazy things going on the planet. And I was sarcastically, with a sense of humor, saying, it's almost as if a group of aliens and their crew came to the planet. There's not too many of them, and they just want to stay under the radar, but they want to annihilate us. And they're doing a great job at it. And you imagine if that's what's going on. And here's a conversation they may be having with home-based planet. The other planet be like, hey, how you guys making out down there? How you guys making out down there on Earth? And they'll be replying with, do you need any help? Where the aliens would reply, no, we got this. We totally got this. These humans are so easy. We've got them fighting amongst each other. We've actually got them killing the crap out of each other around the globe for money and oil and shit. We're doing a great job. This should be cleaned up pretty quick. We're all good. As the home planet says to them, are you sure? Is there anything else we can do? Any other ideas? No, we just come up with some real doozies the last little while. We actually got people punching each other in the face over whether or not a man is male or a woman is female. This is absurdly easy to get them against each other. We totally got this. We should have total annihilation quite shortly. We'll keep you posted. Right? So that's what I had mentioned in the email. That's what he was referring to in this paragraph. Just to keep you up to speed. Excuse me. In one of our email exchanges some time ago, I suggested that at the end of the day, when you remove all the man-made society camouflage, the BS, what's left is good and evil, and that's it. Nothing else. And each is not just an idea, they are realities. Evil is not just the absence of good, it is the personification of evil itself. I said that Satan and his crew are not allowed to outright destroy mankind, which he hates beyond imagination, but he is allowed to influence mankind into adopting a self-destructive attitude. However, we freely get to choose our own trajectory. It's like one big psychological operation, a psyop, conducted in one big multi-generational conflict. We are at war, have been forever. It is first and foremost a spiritual war that has spilled over into our physical realm. Someone described humans as spiritual beings inhabiting physical bodies. We are therefore born into the battle, kind of like paratroopers dropped into a hot zone, right smack dab into the middle of one big firefight. You move or you lose. You can't just stand there or you will be a target. I say if you're a target, at least be a moving target. Might have half a chance. So here we are, Steve. Some of us can see what is going on all around us and realize that from the good perspective, it is incomprehensible, totally crazy. It's like playing Russian roulette with nukes. From the evil standpoint, it makes perfect sense. It's not crazy, but is rather a well thought out and orchestrated human annihilation campaign. The anti-creation campaign. And those participating in this tragedy are themselves just pawns for evil. They are unknowingly being duped, being used. Let's go back in that statement. The anti-creation campaign. All right, let's just say if we were a classroom of students and we had to come up with facts to back that up, see what you could come up with right now today. Even just glance at your mainstream news titles right now and see what you could come up with to back up this statement. The anti-creation campaign. Do you think you could find any evidence today to back that one up? Have a glance, right? See what you come up with. What can we do about it? You said you wish you could, but you didn't know what. Well, Steve, I believe that you have what it takes to openly defy the evil, to become a champion of the good, to use your position to encourage people to just stop for a moment and become aware of who they are, to ask themselves if they are part of the problem that they complain about, or can they be a part of the solution by empowering the good in each of us, as hidden as it may seem at times. Excuse me. We need to be aware of what we do and say to understand that either it is for the good or for evil. There are no fences in life. It's past time for all of us to get off our respective fences to realize that just like the paratrooper dropped into that hot zone, you either fight for your life or you die. The time to look for fences is over. There are no compromises between life and death, individually or as a species. I choose life. Metaphorically speaking, I may not be able to solve world hunger, but I can make a sandwich for someone. I can only do what I can do in the here and now, but if I take up the challenge courageously and move forward, I can have a positive impact. Now, multiply that effort by a few billion inhabitants of this planet Earth. Think maybe that might make a difference? I do. Steve, we all need to stop this induced insanity. We need to say no, no more. I will no longer be a part of this. We're all going down on the battlefield at some point. Personally, I would rather go out standing on my own 2 feet fighting for the good. I urge you to use your How to Hunt community platform to help people to become aware of the truth of what is going on, to turn the complaining into action, to get off the fences and take a stand, to just say, no, no more, I've had enough. That is not a call to violent rebellion. Rather, it is a call to a revelation of knowing the truth and acting on it. If we just act ourselves, if what we are about to say or do is for good or for evil, and choose the good, that may have more influence on the outcome of this war than we could imagine. Make the sandwich. Sorry this got a little longer than expected, but just had to comment on your astute observations in that episode. It was so on target. Hope you, Sarah, and your crew are all well. Take care, be well, and stay safe out there, and stay close to nature. Best regards. I've kept your name private in the past, and I'll continue to do that, just in case you come up with something juicy for me in the future. More juicy. This is pretty juicy stuff. That's a great message, don't you think? From one of our senior members of our society. Very intelligent man. One of his 5 careers, I believe, is he is also a certified psychologist. So there you go. Choose the good over the evil. Which one are you feeding, right? Which one are you feeding today? And I know I'm guilty. I'm guilty. I'm big time guilty. I can fuel the dark in a way when I lash out at people who are lashing out, right? It's tough sometimes when you've had to do a lot of fighting in your lifetime and have a lot of bullies and darkness in your lifetime, like I have. It's hard to, sometimes it can be challenging to be sure that you choose the good, look at the bright light, and try not to get drawn into that darkness by somebody who's stuck in the dark because they want you down there, right? I saw a short video a little while ago, a successful guy online. He said flat out that it's impossible to bring people up. They don't want to come up, but they will easily bring you down. Isn't that weird how true that is? It's unfortunate. So the struggle is real, but we all should try to make that sandwich. You can't solve world hunger. Make a sandwich for someone, right? There you go. Share it. So if you think that this message is worthy of sharing with someone you know, get it to him ASAP. We probably need this message shared around the planet today more than any time previously, right? Make the sandwich. Feed the good.